How can the Spirit intercede if He's God? The Bible teaches that the Holy Spirit intercedes for believers, as stated in Romans 8:26-27. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. This raises the question, if the Spirit is God, how can He intercede? The answer lies in understanding the relational dynamics within the Trinity and the distinct roles of each person of the Godhead. The Trinity, unity, and distinction. The doctrine of the Trinity teaches that God exists as one essence in three persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Each person is fully God, co-equal and co-eternal, yet they fulfill distinct roles in their relationship with one another and with humanity. The Spirit's role as an intercessor highlights His distinct personhood within the Trinity. Romans 8:26-27 reveals that the Spirit's intercession is deeply personal and intimate. The Spirit communicates the unspoken needs of believers to the Father, aligning their prayers with God's perfect will. This act of intercession demonstrates the Spirit's divine knowledge, empathy, and relational role within the Godhead. The Spirit's role in intercession. Intercession is the act of mediating or pleading on behalf of another. While Jesus is described as the primary mediator between God and humanity, 1 Timothy 2:5, the Holy Spirit also intercedes in a complementary role. The Spirit's intercession is unique because it occurs within the hearts of believers. In John 14:16-17, Jesus promises to send the Holy Spirit, describing Him as another advocate or helper who will live with you and will be in you. The Spirit's presence within believers enables Him to intercede with unmatched understanding and compassion as He fully knows their struggles and needs. Intercession and the will of God. Romans 8:27 emphasizes that the Spirit intercedes in accordance with the will of God. This reflects the perfect harmony within the Trinity. The Spirit's intercession does not imply a conflict of wills, but demonstrates the unity and cooperation between the persons of the Godhead. Just as Jesus prayed to the Father for His followers, John 17:20-21, the Spirit continues this work of intercession, ensuring that believers' prayers align with God's purposes. The Spirit's omniscience and omnipresence. The Spirit's ability to intercede for all believers simultaneously highlights His divine attributes. Only God possesses omniscience and omnipresence, qualities necessary for understanding the hearts and needs of every individual. Psalm 139:7-8 declares, "Where can I go from your Spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there." The Spirit's omniscience is evident in 1 Corinthians 2:10-11. The Spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God. For who knows a person's thoughts except their own spirit within them? In the same way, no one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. These passages affirm that the Spirit, as God, possesses complete knowledge and understanding, enabling Him to intercede effectively. Responding to objections. If the Spirit intercedes, doesn't that make Him less than God? The Spirit's intercession does not imply inferiority. Rather, it reflects the distinct roles within the Trinity. The Father, Son, and Spirit work together in perfect unity, with the Spirit's intercession playing a vital role in God's redemptive plan. Why does the Spirit need to intercede if God is all-knowing? The Spirit's intercession is an expression of God's relational nature. By interceding, the Spirit connects believers' prayers with the divine will, bridging the gap between human weakness and God's perfect purposes. Practical implications of the Spirit's intercession. Assurance in prayer. Believers can approach God in prayer with confidence, knowing that the Spirit intercedes for them even when they lack the words to express their needs. Hebrews 4:16. Hope in weakness. The Spirit's intercession provides strength and encouragement in times of weakness and uncertainty, reminding believers that God's power is made perfect in their limitations. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Alignment with God's will. Through the Spirit's intercession, believers' prayers are aligned with God's will, ensuring that His purposes are fulfilled in their lives. Conclusion. The Holy Spirit's intercession is a profound expression of His divine nature and relational role within the Trinity. Romans 8:26-27 reveals that the Spirit intercedes for believers with perfect knowledge and compassion, aligning their prayers with God's will.